Let's go here, guys, because this is coming up for me. So many of us, and this is not a knock on anybody, this is me after years and decades. So this is where I'm at now. This is not where I was at your age.
Just listen really, really closely.
It's so easy to get bogged down with what people think and say and feel about you. Guess what? It does not matter. In the grand scheme of everything, what they feel, think, and say about you does not matter. Does it hurt? Yeah. Does it suck? Yeah, probably. Not fun. But who cares? Let them be them, and before you know it, they'll forget that you even whatever. I've been an example of that this year, right? I'm forgotten about in some people's minds who used to come at me. Whatever. You just squash it. So let's just squash the naysayers and be like, what? When you shine brighter, they don't know what to do with themselves. So then they could be like, let me find somebody else. Did I just sound like a squawk, or what's it called? What is that animal? What's that bird that's black and it's really annoying?
We need an answer.
A crow! I sound like a crow. They could be in your peripheral vision, right? You're in your line of sight, right? Because it's always good to know what's happening around you, right? You don't want to stick your head in the sand and be like, oh, I'm the best, and nobody. Like, that's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that if they say or do or feel something that contradicts how you say, do, feel, be in the world, that's their agenda. That's their deal. Just how you cannot worry about everybody in the world, they can't either, right? So just let them worry about who they want to worry about. It's their prerogative, it's their business, it's their will. And I'm just so over, it's taken me a long time to get here. I'm just so over feeling like I need to impress people, right? And I think one of my younglings reached out to me and said something beautiful, like, I'm so tired, and it's beautiful in a weird way. You'll see what I mean in a moment. I'm so tired of trying to get people to like me. Of course you're gonna be tired, because not everyone's gonna like you. It's taken me years to find people who like me, right? It's true. I didn't have very many friends. In high school I had friends. College I had like one girlfriend, and she stabbed me in the back. And then later on in college, I had a couple more. But what I'm saying is that it's not about the numbers, right? What do we hear? It's not about the quantity of friends you have or the quantity of followers, whatever.
There you got it.
Right? Our life is so much more important and deeper and richer than the numbers that tick on social. I'm sorry, but it's true. Why do you think that sometimes I'm like, I'm out. I tap out. Hold on, mind your ears. I tap out. Sometimes I have to tap out. It's for my own heart. It's for my own psyche. It's for my own sanity that I'm like, I can't be in social. And it's not because I don't love it. And it's not because I don't love you guys. But it's exhausting trying to always uphold to what is new, what is next, what is coming, what someone likes, what the new TikTok dance. Like, I'm sorry. This is me. I take a step back. I huggle and I cuddle with my bunny. You might have a dog, a cat, whatever you have. Cuddle them. And it doesn't matter, right? So I'm harping on this because I've gotten this a lot, and I'm seeing it now in the asking me in DMs. And so it seems to be something that is coming up organically for us all. So why not spend a little time on it together? That way we can all feel better about it, right? If you have one person that doesn't like you, wait a minute. This is where I had to bring this out. Pause. Is that pause? Time out. 1 second. This is where I bring this in, right? Don't let someone else dim your light simply because it's too bright in their eyes. What does that say? Simply because it's shining in their eyes. Remember this, remember this, remember this. This is the truth. It's taken me decades to know that. So if you can bypass some of the decade-ish crapish that I've put in my brain and in my heart for too long, unnecessarily so, do it now. Go ahead, you got permission. You got permission, do it now. So you shine bright, let them do what they do, okay? So now, on that same piece of paper or in your notes, I want you to write 3 things that you feel grateful for, okay? So as you're doing that, I'm gonna give you a minute, and because y'all have been so generous with the channel, all you super chatters, you know what I'm talking about, I want to show you what you gifted the channel, okay? So this is what you gifted the channel. This is our new thumb drum. So while you're writing down the 3 things you're grateful for, can't play music on this channel because then I'll get copyright issues on my videos. So this, I thought, is something we could play while we do our writing exercises, right? Give you a little something to make your thoughts and your feelings come up for you. So what are you grateful for? Are you grateful it's summer? Are you grateful it's Friday? Are you grateful that you're here with the Fry fam? Oh yeah. Oh, that was perfect. This thing is cool. So I want to thank you all for this really cool new Friday edition that will incorporate, in addition to the singing bowl. Was I just singing? No, I was not singing. You're welcome. I'm so glad you guys like it, because this is so that we remember that sometimes all it takes is to get centered, meaning come back to self. That's what centered to me means. Come back to self. And the best way to do that is to be aware of what's going on within you. I want you to start realizing, how am I feeling right now? I am feeling happy. I want you to write down on your piece of paper or in your notes, I want you to write down, how do you want to feel 6 months from now? So today we already earmarked it as the last day of the first half of 2023. We still have 6 months to go. So how do you want to feel when we do our live at the end of 2023? How do you want to feel? Do you want to feel empowered? Do you want to feel accomplished? Do you want to feel powerful? Do you want to feel connected? Do you want to feel appreciated, loved? How do you want to feel 6 months in the future? Look at all these beautiful words and sentiments as to where we are now and where we want to be 6 months from now. So what is that through line? I love that word. What is that through line to get you from where you are now to where you want to be 6 months from now? And we're just doing this for 6 months because that's where we are in our calendar. You could do it for a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, right? So I want you all, my beautiful younglings, to get into the habit of checking in, putting a little music. You can put whatever music you want because you're not going to be on YouTube and you don't have to worry about copyright issues. But this is just our little writing exercise music. So you can put a meditation music, anything, right? So that you can begin to check in with yourself. So now, 6 months from now, you know how you want to feel, accomplished, seen, right? What do you want to have already happened in 6 months? Let me say that again. What do you want to have already happened in 6 months, right? So perhaps some of you want a new job. In 6 months, maybe you want a new job, or you want to start applying to colleges, or you want to make more friends, or you want to go on vacation to a music festival and have gotten back and been like, that rocked, right? What do you want to have already accomplished in the next 6 months? So when you are in this mode 6 months from now and you're feeling seen, accomplished, excited, what have you already done in these last 6 months? Do you get where I'm going with this, right? So what we're doing here is we're trying to, reverse engineer the rest of our 6 months, right? So this is a really powerful tool that I love, that I do frequently, and I love the hearts. Thank you. That gives me feedback that you guys are enjoying this lesson, because it's very different, right? It's different than what we usually do. So I really want you all to be involved and feel like you're walking away with a little mantra for yourself, right? And the mantra is just something you write down how you want to show up in the world, right? To remind you. It's like an affirmation or a reminder, or like a plan for yourself, right? So what do you want to have already accomplished? Maybe you want to do really well in school. Maybe you want to start going on college campus tours, right? With your parents. Other younglings can be like, oh, that sounds good. I want to borrow that idea, right? When you borrow an idea, it's still your own, because it's not going to be the same. If I want to talk at my school about mental health, you may want to talk at your school about wrestling, or about songwriting, or about crafts. See, we're all different. Even though we're all doing a talk, it's all different. So you give us ideas. When you put stuff in the chat, it excites us, it inspires us, it shows us, it demonstrates, it reminds us of what is possible, right? Here's one. What inspires you? Right? We kind of touched on it in a little bit way, but what inspires you? Write that down in your paper, in your notebook, in your journal. And this is what I'm going to say now. You're writing it on a paper or in a note in your phone. That's fine. That's well and good, all in all. I would love for you all to start having a little notebook. This one is mine. I have tons around. This one is my latest, one of my latest. And just documenting where you're at with your life. The good, the bad, the ugly, it all goes in here. And I say this because journaling is one of the greatest ways to get things outside of you. So if you're feeling frustrated, journal it out. If you're feeling angry, write what makes you angry in your book. The minute you get it outside of you and you look at it and you're like, oh, that's not so bad. I don't have to be that angry. It just reduces the power of the anger inside of you. It's a really powerful tool. And you know how I know it's so powerful? I'm going to tell you right now. Because in my 8-week class that some of you saw that I was doing with Dean Graziosi and Matthew McConaughey, they shared how they've been journaling for decades, since they were like 12, 15 years old, right? And then I realized that I've been doing the same. My first journal from when I was like 9 years old, right? Then it was called a diary. And I looked at that and I was like, wow, to have your writings from when you're like 9, 10 years old somewhere that you can refer back to them, that's really powerful stuff. So I just want to encourage you to journal. If Matthew McConaughey, and look what a big movie star he is, and Dean Graziosi speak to journaling as being one of their key success contributors, or one of the key contributors to their success, either way, both, then imagine us. Why not? And it's really cool. So, anything is possible. It's true. So now I want you to look over what you wrote today, and I want you to determine if this is something you enjoy doing, if this is something that's helpful to you, if this is something you want to continue doing. Figure that out for yourself, right? I want you to leave here with a little framework for how you can journal. And journaling is your words, your feelings. You can't do it wrong. You can't. There's not a right way to journal. You can doodle. If you're a doodler and you want doodle in a journal, right? Put your little whatever figures in a journal. Journaling is for our day-to-day life. So that's what I want you all to take away from today, right? I want you all to see how powerful it is to put words on paper. And there's so many journal prompts, right? In your journal, why not write down all the good music you love? And writing is so important that we continue to do. We're always on our phones and we always like this, and our brain is like, because we're always on social media. But just taking 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes and just writing 5 things on your paper, and ideally in a bound book, right? I said pen and paper today, but if you can get a journal, and there's so many for like $3-4 at Marshall's, TJ Maxx here in the States, yes, whatever. Get one that speaks to you. I love these that have little sayings in them, right? Because I love quotes and I love to read them. Sometimes they like, when I open to a page and it's a quote that resonates, I'm like, wow, that's exactly where I'm at today, right? So I really want to encourage you all to start journaling if you haven't already. It's a really beautiful process, and it's a gift to yourself. It's a gift to your brain, because you can mind dump. You know what brain dump or mind dump means? It means you get everything out of your head and you put it on paper. That way your head isn't as like, we get headaches because like we have so much on our brain and it's like trying to keep it all straight. Do a brain dump. That can be your journal, right? I got to come back to this journal. I left some empty pages. Oh, because I was writing notes in the book. Yeah, I got to come back and finish that. But do a brain dump. That is so powerful. That way you don't feel like it's all in here, right? Like the journaling video I did a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if you caught that, but I was reading my own words to you all, sharing how I was feeling that day, that week. And, that is all I want to do, is to provide you with tools and tips and tricks and insights that have worked for me. And that's what I think we all do for one another. So thank you for being receptive. So sometimes you don't write in your journal for like a month, and then your brain is like, and then you write and you're like, oh, such a relief. So all you have to do is go back to your journal. That's it. That's all. Either in the morning when you wake up or at night when you go to sleep. I prefer mornings for me because I can't have the light on because my husband is sleeping by the time I get into bed. So I journal in the morning. That's the way thing about our brains. It's like you have to hear it, and you have to that's why the little mantras and the little affirmations and the journal writing, that's why these are all tools, tips, and tricks that you all, I hope, recommend, start incorporating, because the brain needs multiple renditions for it to adopt and believe and personify what it is that we want to see, right? Y'all are incredible. I love you dearly. Thank you for spending this Friday here together. Y'all are incredible. You impress me every day. And I'm just so excited for what's to come in the next 6 months, y'all. Get excited. We deserve so much good. Lots of love and light. Until next time, everybody. So if you liked this video, go check out the others. I got lots of videos on this channel, so keep watching.